Hey everyone, welcome back. Woodsyke here, formerly known as iJerry. iJerry was just a name I used previously. It didn't have any meaning at all, except for it was a Latin name for a skimming insect. So I chose it because it sounded kind of cool. But now I changed it to Woodsyke to make it more related to the topic at hand. This piece is based more on expression instead of the stoic look that I usually sometimes do. So I just wanted to throw some smile into it with show some teeth and stuff, more anatomy. I'll split this video up into two parts since it's going to be about 25 minutes long total. So it's not too lengthy. Anyone interested, I got a complete rundown of my equipment list in the description of the video. So if you want to check it out, that's cool. Shows all the tools I'm using. I tend preferring to hold the piece in my left hand since I'm a right-handed person and rotate the piece as needed. That way I can quickly work on different areas of the face just by rotating the piece instead of having it on a stand or something like that. Here I'm using a soft brass brush to remove sawdust from the pine knot after a Dremel work. A Dremel tool builds up some friction. It causes the pitchiness of the pine knot to congeal somewhat from the heat. So it's a little more difficult to remove as normal piece of wood. Yeah, I've been using the Stylo Plus, and I find it pretty versatile for detail work. It's more like a small pen, kind of like a flex shaft, but it's real light and it's got a lot more mobility. You're not shackled by a shaft that hinders your motion. The the nice thing about this tool is like you can move it freely in all directions. So it looks like a potato harvest is over, or nearly over. We had a bit of rain here, so it's like the delay has allowed me to finish up this video here, which I've been waiting to do because of the fact that we work 7 days a week, full month straight. Gets a little bit tiring. A couple days are 16-hour days, so it's not much to do except work and sleep and try to get some shut eye at least. Yeah, I drive the spud truck, is what they refer to, from field to cellar. So that's me taking the video from Kenworth. Nice little truck, and you can see how they load the truck and the guy in front of me, and there's a farm dog running around having a bit of fun. So anyway, that's a window into my eclectic, weird little life. The pine knots have a really nice quality. It's almost like skin quality, especially in the sunlight. It brings out the really nice hues. And you don't really have to add much paint or extra color to them. You can if you want to accent the eyes and stuff, which does bring out some things rather nicely if you want to accentuate the features. But otherwise, it's not really necessary. Yeah, you can see here the lighting situation changed a bit. The face doesn't look the same as the previous scene. It's because I shot this portion of video on a different day and in the outdoors when it was kind of slightly overcast. So yeah, lighting has a big effect on your piece too. So it depends on how you light your subject. Here I switched over to a larger carbide burr to remove more material faster. When I see something that needs addressing, I'll just make some changes here and there. Basically wasn't happy with the nose, trying to work on the nose, get the nose shape down. Yeah, here I'm using some steel wool, coarse grade number 4, the coarsest you can get. Just knocking off the rough edges, make it more smoother. Here's a good view of the residue from the Dremel activity. The pitchiness just congeals a little bit more than normal sawdust, as I mentioned previously. I guess some compressed air could work to get rid of it, but I don't have the facilities for that. So I just use a brush to get rid of it. And it seems to work okay. But it seems like you can always keep going on and on forever with details on faces and stuff, like to the point where there's no real, it's almost like infinity. There's a few pieces where I'll stop and I'll pick up where I left off and keep going. Just depends on the mood. I think with this face I could probably keep adding more wrinkles, lines, age lines, and it just only gets better and better. Or with the female face, I tend to like hold back on the lines and stuff like that, make it more smoother. I use a lot more steel wool as well to smooth things out on a female face, and it does really show nice. It polishes the wood actually too as well. Another thing to think about when you're carving is think spherically, which is what I do. Pine knots tend to have this cylindrical shape, so they all have that built-in shape already for you, so it makes things a lot easier. Here you can see how the wood looks in certain light. It's really polished looking. Comes out really nice. A little zoom in. I try to do some close-ups so you guys can see more details and such. Kind of like focusing in on stuff. So I'm going to end it right here and start up immediately after with the next video. It'll be up as simultaneously